When the facts bend reality, this is beyond plausible.
The ocean is the cradle of life, also the place that welcomed the first appearance of life, driven by the energy of the sun. The ocean supports diverse and complex ecosystems, from the most fragile coral reefs to the most ancient and resilient mangrove forests on the planet. Mangrove forests are both important ecological components and protectors of our coastlines. As products of millions of years of evolution, they have adapted to saline intertidal zones. Mangrove forests are the most productive and biodiverse wetland forests on Earth. They are found mainly in tropical and subtropical regions worldwide. These coastal ecosystems cover an estimated area of about 15.2 million hectares, supporting the livelihoods of millions of people globally. Where the ocean meets the land, mangrove forests create a natural barrier, resisting coastal erosion, storms, and intense waves. Due to tidal characteristics, mangrove forests are partially submerged for a few hours, once or twice a day. When the tide recedes, it exposes the intertidal surface, including the unique roots of mangrove forests. Structures like these are called pneumatophores, designed for the trees to quickly absorb air when the roots are not covered by the tide. These roots can retain 90% of the salt from the water they absorb. The salt that enters the tree is excreted. Some mangrove trees have special cells in their leaves that produce salt crystals that appear on the leaf surface, then fall back into the sea. Mangrove leaves are also specially adapted. They avoid harsh midday sunlight by changing direction, which protects them and limits water loss through evaporation. According to experts, mangrove forests contribute positively to global long-term carbon storage each year. Mangrove forests and coral reefs have a symbiotic relationship. The network of mangrove roots traps sediment, preventing it from reaching and suffocating coral reefs. In turn, corals form barriers and protect mangrove forests from storm waves. Coral reefs and mangrove forests are both homes to hundreds of fish species. Mangrove forests also provide shelter and habitat for some commercially important reef fish during their early life stages. Many mangrove trees allow seeds to germinate while still attached to the parent tree, increasing their chances of survival. When ready, the seeds fall and attach to the mud, or float until they find a suitable place to anchor. These adaptations help mangrove forests grow quickly and expand the forest. Detritus and other protein-rich foods from mangrove forests nourish millions of crabs, shrimp, and juvenile fish. The tangled root network of the forest is a natural nursery for many species, a safe home for thousands of life forms. Nearly 20% of India's population lives within 50 kilometers of these coastlines and depends on the ocean for their livelihood. Mangrove forests cover nearly 4,639 kilometers of India's coastline. 39 species of mangroves and 89 dependent species can be found here. On the eastern coast of India and the western coast of Bangladesh is the world's largest mangrove ecosystem, the Sundarbans, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an important biosphere reserve. The Sundarbans Delta is home to 58 mammal species, including tigers, all adapted to the saline and harsh conditions of this wilderness. The shallow intertidal wetlands of mangrove forests are critical support systems for countless life forms. A natural nursery providing safe shelter and rich nutrition for growing juvenile fish. Each year, during the rainy season, rainwater washes nutrients from mangrove forests into the ocean. Here, shrimp and fish are nourished by detritus and other nutrient-rich foods from mangrove forests. Within weeks, nourished by this interesting diet, their size can multiply several times. The Bay of Bengal acts as a reservoir allowing nutrients to accumulate. Discharge from rivers and large amounts of organic nutrients from mangrove forests create one of the world's largest brackish water zones, enabling species to survive and produce about 2 million tons of fish annually.
If mangrove forests disappear, much of this production would vanish as well. The sun-harvest mangrove forests support the economy of nearly 3.2 million people.
Local communities have lived here for thousands of years, working to make these mangrove forests their home. Over 400 fishermen earn their living from the mangrove deltas in India. The Sundarbans mangrove forests also provide natural resources including food, firewood, timber, fertile silt for cultivation, and valuable honey. Many medicines are also extracted from mangrove forests, useful for skin and stomach diseases, leprosy, and even some cancers. But coastal communities are worried because fish catches are declining and many species are disappearing. Coastal and marine resources are declining at an alarming rate. Despite their ecological importance, mangrove forests are under great pressure today. In many parts of the world, they are still being destroyed and degraded at an alarming rate.
Over the past 3 decades, the global area of mangrove forests has been decreasing.
This is mainly due to deforestation, degradation, freshwater diversion, and conversion to other land uses, such as shrimp farming and agriculture.
Additionally, the human population along coastlines has increased.
Today, nearly 60% of the world's population lives in cities and coastal settlements. Large areas of mangrove forests have been cleared to make way for residential areas, coastal industries, and roads.
As the forests disappear, people have to venture deeper into the forest to collect firewood.
Agricultural runoff, organic and inorganic pollution from chemicals and heavy metals have killed many plant and animal species. Some fish species have disappeared and others have now become very rare.
Over the past 50 years, more than 40% of the world's mangrove forests have disappeared, and this damage continues to increase each year.
In India, mangrove forests are also seriously threatened.
Fortunately, in recent years, post-tsunami awareness of the importance of mangrove forest ecosystems has been increasing,
leading to legal changes that help protect and better manage these valuable and important resources. In Gujarat, on the west coast of India, 90% of the mangrove forests are located around the Gulf of Kutch. The remainder of the mangrove forests are located in the Gulf of Kandat on the southern coast. In the past, residents of Chandnagar, one of the most industrialized towns in Gujarat, have witnessed changes. The loss of mangrove forests and the severe degradation of the ecosystem,
requiring scientific intervention and strategies to prevent land erosion and seawater intrusion.
The Indian government,
together with the Forestry Department, has launched a campaign in large mangrove forests along the coast. The project aims to restore degraded areas and conserve existing mangrove forests,
with the help of local communities and volunteers.
With the goal of conserving mangrove forests, over 10,000 hectares of forest have been planted.
This is a comprehensive approach by the local people.
And over the past 15 years, the area of mangrove forests has increased by 2.5 times.
Regular monitoring of the area is conducted, rare mangrove species are identified and protected. A nursery is always ready to provide seedlings to replace old or dead mangrove trees. Workshops, conferences, and regular field visits have helped accelerate the recovery of mangrove forests, especially as local youth and women from villages understand the role of mangrove forests in their lives. Many volunteer groups have also been established along the coast to help raise public awareness and participate in mangrove forest restoration activities. Restoration work is now being carried out at many sites where mangrove forests were once abundant. The goal is to restore degraded and fragmented mangrove forests. Many small nurseries have also been established around the coast to provide mangrove seedlings.
In Sundarbans alone, over 3,500 kilometers of degraded embankments have been replanted to stabilize mudflats and embankments.
The Mangroves for the Future project, led by IUCN and the United Nations Development Program, involves many other agencies and partners. The project is supporting India and 7 other member countries in the region to share information and take collective action to improve sustainable coastal management. The project emphasizes the importance of investing in coastal ecosystems as a form of natural infrastructure, where the value of goods and services provided by mangroves and coral reefs is actually much greater than most of what we can assess. And certainly, it is important for policymakers to have an accurate picture of the true cost of converting these valuable ecosystems before proceeding with development projects. But the challenges ahead are enormous. Government efforts cannot succeed without the cooperation and participation of communities dependent on these forests. Joint mangrove management programs have also been established to create alternative livelihood options for villages. Women manage mangrove nurseries and ensure a regular supply of seedlings. Awareness campaigns and regular interventions have also helped villagers understand the link between mangrove forests and their lives, as well as the protection these forests provide against natural disasters. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, the Joint Mangrove Management Program helps engage villages and local communities in maintaining and protecting these forests. This is beginning to yield results. People realize that mangroves perform many functions, such as providing food security for coastal communities and coastal ecosystems, not only for humans but also for other animals. Ecological security for coastal areas is paramount, but it is also necessary to ensure the livelihoods of people in that area. Scientists have been working to cope with the increasing salinity of water.
Genes from mangroves are now helping to find new salt-tolerant crop varieties.
The new discovery, where mangrove genes could help us solve food security issues in the future. As for mangroves, they can grow in a mixture of seawater and freshwater because they have salt-tolerant genes. Nowadays, thanks to the support of modern biotechnology, these genes have been identified and combined for good rice varieties like PNI, IR64, and many types of beans. Thereby, we have opened up new opportunities for farmers in coastal areas. Along Tamil Nadu's 950 kilometers long coastline, the main mangrove forests in Pichavaram and Muthumpet, where thousands of tons of fish are harvested from the wetlands each year, mainly for export. Thousands of local fishermen, including vulnerable communities, depend on the mangrove forests for their livelihood. Some families in Muthumpet still maintain unique fishing techniques that are up to 200 years old. Dependence on mangrove forests is crucial for the development of fisheries and channel fishing. These artificial channels allow fresh tides to circulate freely, reducing soil salinity. This helps mangrove plants grow and spread. Shrimp and crabs also thrive under these favorable conditions. Traditional knowledge helps in the sustainable management and rational use of the mangrove forest ecosystem and its resources. Community involvement and scientific management of the forests are making a difference. In ignorance, humans could have destroyed the richest and most valuable natural resource, threatening not only the food security of local communities but also endangering the lives of over 3 billion people on the planet. Fortunately, humans are also the only species on Earth capable of reversing that damage. The urgent need is a collective effort to restore and protect mangrove forests, bringing the ecosystem back to a healthy state and restoring the balance between humans and nature. Collaborative efforts between the government, civil society organizations, communities, and global agencies like EUCN, along with the Mangroves for the Future initiative, will help the forests recover and regain balance, ensuring a sustainable and secure future for millions of people worldwide.
Curious? Subscribe and step through the next anomaly.